welcome everybody. I've listened to that video probably 1,000 times today, so I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. Glad you guys are all here and present and eager to get a better grasp on how ZeeDrop works, and we'll be going over a few things here, including navigation and how-tos, and then we'll reserve some time at the end and maybe midpoint during the live for questions and answers. So we are gonna drop in so we don't lose too much time here, and I know everyone's really busy, so make sure to take notes, and then the live will actually be available for replay later. All right, our topics for discussion today are gonna start off with how to use ZeeDrop, the listing process, using different methods. Like I said, we will be moving pretty quickly. We're gonna start with a couple of tips and tricks. So don't forget that your Facebook must be in English, and if it's not, the Chrome extension won't work properly. Next, make sure that you are using the dashboard and the extension. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the Chrome Store extension. So don't forget that you do have to go to the Chrome Store to actually download the Chrome extension to your Chrome browser, which brings us into the next point. You do have to use ZeeDrop on a Chrome browser. That is the only browser that we currently support as of right now. And so really quick, we're going to run through setting up the extension. Once you've downloaded it, you can go over into the extension. You'll click this little puzzle piece here. And a good idea and best practice is to actually pin the extension so you can reach it easily. And then once you download it, make sure to sign into the extension. If you don't sign in and you proceed to attempt to use the extension, you'll find that your features are not going to pop up the way that you're hoping. So make sure to sign into the extension, and we're going to run through how to set up your extension so that when you are listing, you have that automated process. So here under templates is where you guys can actually set up your examples. I'm sure you guys have peeked around on Facebook Marketplace and Mercari to kind of see what other sellers are doing. And so these emojis are very popular. They're a sort of call to action for the customer. And so you might find that those are useful. There's a couple of examples that already come tuned into your extension when you start subscribing with ZeeDrop. And then you can make your own, and you'll choose select template here. So we'll go ahead and set up whatever we would like here. And these are just for examples. And a point here is the description. We actually get a lot of questions about this. So this is going to embed your supplier's description into your listing when you transfer or copy to. So make sure that you are using that in your template, otherwise it's not going to pop with that description and you're going to have to manually copy that over. So this pretty much sets up the template here, and you can go ahead and save it. Let's see, you can see here I've got Mercari and then the ZeeDrop video demonstration that a lot of you see me work with on YouTube. And this is for if you are listing with different marketplaces. You have the option to change your template. For like Mercari, for sakes, we've got different emojis that aren't actually allowed when you list. So you're not going to want to have the same template that you would with Facebook Marketplace. Next, when you go into settings, this is where, let's say you have a VA or you yourself are actually switching platforms to list your products on. You're going to use the custom template here to switch to whichever template you're going to be working with on that particular platform. So we'll choose example 55555 just for this demonstration. You can dial in whatever profit you want. You can hide it from friends, choose the condition, availability, your quantity, and you can choose which marketplace here. So again, make sure that if you're switching platforms that you're coming in and you're switching this stuff up. Okie dokie. We are gonna see if we can't find a product. Oh, really quick, actually. Let me show you under address here. You can save your phone number, which I actually think that's like yellow taxi in Colorado. And then this will pop up every time that you are placing orders. So that's all the information that you would want to have in the template. All right, so we've got our description and our template set up, and we found a listing. So we're going to go ahead and choose copy to Facebook. This is going to be method number 1. This is just the copy to button. With this method, you do have to click on paste data because you're already copying the data from the supplier page. So now you just got to paste it, and then you just hang out and it'll go ahead and upload it for you. And we'll give it a second here. All right, so it's working on those pictures. You can see that it's already placed a price point based off the profit margins that we set in the template. And then there is just a small quirk that we're working to fix, but it does carry over this couple of sentences here. It looks like a repetitive. Make sure this fits by entering your model number. So you'll just want to be sure to delete that out. And then as you can see, we've got our little truck here, and we put that description in the middle of the trucks as you saw. So it went ahead and added it here, and then ending with the truck. Our quantity is all set up in here. And something to note for new Facebook Marketplace dropshippers is that this profile might actually look quite different from the marketplace that you're experiencing. Everybody's is slightly different. So just keep that in mind as we're going through all this. And you'll select your categories, and everything is completely done here. You might want to go through and just clean up your listing a little if you see maybe some brand names. Some of us prefer to keep it in there, others we don't. So you'll want to take all that out, adjust your pictures, and this is already ready to click next and upload. The second method is going to be our bulk run. So I am going to pull up a couple different listings here. And what you're doing here is you're saving this for a bulk list up. So we're going to save each one by clicking on Save to Bulk, and ZeeDrop runs through the listing and gathers all of the data. And after you've saved it to bulk, you really don't need these tabs open because they're actually going to pop up for you to start the Facebook Marketplace listing. So I think that we'll just do a couple of those real quick, and then you're going to go ahead and hit your extension on the right hand corner, and instead of choosing a feature that's on the product listing, you'll actually just choose the items from this bulk area and click Run Bulk. Now it's your preference. You can choose to do interval in between minutes. That's great if you don't want to overspan the system, or if you need a little extra time in between listings to get your work done. But we'll go ahead and run it with 0 right now. So first it brings up the product listing. As you can see, it just kind of runs through, make sure it has all the correct data. Let's say that you had put everything in the bulk, but then maybe it was like a day or two before you finally listed it. So it's just going to run through and make sure like all the prices are accurate, it's still in stock, stuff like that. So this time we didn't have to click paste data. We actually just wait for the information to pop up. And like I said, we didn't choose any interval of minutes here, so it's just going right to the next product listing on Amazon and getting our next Facebook listing ready. You can navigate in the windows while this is going on. So as you can see, this is already set up. Just want to delete that out. Maybe make sure that like the brand name's not in there. We've got a good cover photo and it's all set up. So this is a really neat method if you want to skip that paste data. So anytime that you want to stop this, you'll just go back over to bulk and you'll just missed that by a second. And you'll just hit stop. And then that'll just stop the process. Okie dokie. So I'm going to show you the third method, which is the clipboard feature. And this feature is super if you already want to leave out those brand names, stuff like that. Maybe you're working with a platform like Mercari that only allows a certain number of characters in the title. So we'll go down to, and this is right clicking, we'll go down to ZeeDrop here and copy title. And then we'll copy the price as well. And then tags up on top of the image. And these tags work the same place on Amazon as they do on Facebook Marketplace. It's just gonna direct the customer towards their item that they're searching. We'll grab some of the description over here. And then we've also added another feature, and I'm going to show you guys as we work down this. We're going to grab this first one by right-clicking and adding image. And we've added a review images feature. So we can click on reviews from here, or you can scroll down. It's really your preference, but I like to work quickly. So let's see. What are we working with here? A little vacuum cleaner. So that's probably not, you know, a great, let's see if we can zoom in here. A lot of videos. All right, this guy was probably like a paid reviewer. So we'll choose these three here. So it's going to be that photo, this photo, and then this last photo. And then we'll head up. And then midway down, some listings, not all of them, it doesn't look like this one's got it, but some, oh, here we go. Some listings have these like extra photos that you can go ahead and add in. So this one looks. All right, so we'll go back up to the top. And now what we'll do is we will hit that copy to Facebook button here. So we do have to press paste data for this, and it's loading up. Especially with all of the information that we gathered from there, sometimes it takes a second or two. So, okay, perfect. So it's got up. It looks like maybe I didn't select all of the information. Just messaging the developer to see what did I do wrong that time. Okay, so we're going to work on that feature, but for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and move on. Let us know in the comments, too, if any of you guys have had any problems with that clipboard feature so we know what's going on there. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I did miss a little point. When you're setting up your extension for VA purposes, you can... So just as a point, your VA can set everything up here. So this is where they would actually tag in this title here, the description, and the tags, and then they'd save it to bulk, and then just as we just showed the bulk, you would actually just go ahead and upload it. So it would all populate, and that's if you didn't want your VA to have access to your personal account as a starting point. Okay, real quick, we're going to list a product to Mercari. So I guess we'll go ahead and use this one. I think this looks fine. So same thing, you're just going to click copy to Mercari. If you aren't actually familiar with Mercari, it's just another marketplace. You can check it out at mercari.com, and we'll paste by ZeeDrop right here. And everything's already pasted. It just takes the photos a second, so you can actually work while this is finishing its upload. You can kind of do whatever you want here. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do all the same practice. A little bit of a different layout here. You've got your tags here, and then you throw your category in down here. The photos have populated, and we also still have those same photos on our clipboards. So different marketplaces have different selling, I think, preference or buying preferences. So on Facebook Marketplace, you know, stock images fly, but maybe on another marketplace, a customer might not look at those as much. So same thing here. If you're not sure of the brand, just throw that in, not sure, and then condition, color, and you'll set up all of your shipping and everything. And then we've also got Etsy. So you can copy to Etsy the same way. If you're not familiar with Etsy, Etsy is really exciting. I feel more of a niche-based marketplace. So you'd want to maybe sell just like home products and actually, I don't know if I have signed up for an Etsy on this account, so maybe that's why it didn't work. Oh no, I have an Etsy. Let's see. We'll refresh the page. You always want to just give the features just a second to pop up. If they don't pop up after a minute, try uninstalling and then reinstalling your extension, and then reach out to us afterwards if it doesn't seem to work. All right, we're taking note of any little like small things that are going on so that we can try to figure out what's going on there. So if any of you guys have had any issues with listing to Etsy, let us know, please. Okie dokie. It's pretty much the same for Poshmark, Etsy, and Mercari. The platform layout is just going to be a little bit different. Let's see. We've gone over bulk and review images. We are going to show you really quick messages. Whoops. Or quick messages is on the dashboard, sorry. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to select message, and this is going to be to automate your customer service. So I recently made a YouTube video on quick messages, and you can find any of those videos on the ZeeDrop channel. So for quick messages, it's basically like a template that's tied into the Facebook Marketplace. You'll have to expand your messages, and I'll show you just in a moment. And then whenever a customer reaches out to you, with the click of just one button, you can choose the template that you have set aside to automatically send the customer. So we will go ahead and throw this one in. And then you're going to come down here and save. I've got to zoom out a little here. And it's going to give you this message up top, the message saved successfully. And then you can actually delete any of the messages that you need to. I've got a couple in here for videos. So we'll go back to our profile. There's no telling what messages are in this profile, so hopefully. Oh, perfect. So we'll just refresh from here, and then the quick messages tool will pop up on the left-hand corner here. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and say testing. We'll click it once, and then it gives you a moment to edit anything if you need to, but then it sends it right to the customer. So you can really set up any templates, as many as you'd like. And even for my Facebook Marketplace, I actually have Spanish translations because I get a lot of Spanish messages. And that just cuts down on work for both me and my VA. All right, so we are going to look at the copy address feature, which you will find in the Marketplace. And I've got to use an old order. Okay, so here, as you see under buyer information, the copy address by ZeeDrop button has popped up, and this is for after you've listed a product and you've used your quick messages for customer service and you have an order and you're going to place the order on your supplier website. Just a second here. Excuse me. And so you'll go ahead and you'll click on copy address by ZeeDrop, and then it'll let you know that you're done copying that address. And you'll go over to your supplier page, and you can either free text and get to your supplier page, or you can use your extension and go to products, and I think it was Play-Doh. So I'll just type DOH for dough in here, and then you can pull it right from here. Just click right on it, and it'll take you right to your supplier page. So then from here, we want to purchase 500 little containers of Play-Doh. So we're going to proceed to checkout. Yeah, just a sec here. I woke up this morning with my Facebook Marketplace banned, so just so you guys know, it does happen to everybody. But I feel like there's like high security measures for everything I'm accessing today. I just like can't get anywhere fast. Okay, so here's the paste. Whoops, I clicked on it too fast. All right, so here at the top is the paste address by ZeeDrop. And so you can proceed to checkout, and you'll see this button pop up throughout your checkout process. For this one, I don't actually have any card set up, so it looks a little bit different just for video purposes. So I'm going to pretend like I'm going to pay this in person in cash somewhere later. And then this is where you will choose to paste address. So the shipping address is over here on the left. Sorry, it's like different than even I'm used to. We'll paste address by ZeeDrop. And just a second, honestly, I don't know how well it is going to work out. We're going to have to do it from here just because of the fact that it is a cash only system. So I guess someday I'll add something there. Okay, let's see if we can find that Play-Doh again. Well, yeah, I think the pay in cash is actually messing this demonstration up, so let me pull this over here. Okay, and then we'll add this to cart. Proceed to checkout. And then paste address by ZeeDrop. And this actually might be a completely different address than the one that I just copied because I'm working in a different Chrome. But it's going to be on multiple different areas that you can actually enter this address. So it did just enter this address. It looks like it's a different one that we were working with. So we'll close that out for, I mean, this is a lot of addresses we're showing. So there is the option to ship to multiple addresses that I know a lot of people do use. So we recently actually added a feature so that you can pretty much add the address at any point. So let's see if we can get there. Usually it pops up right here, but oh, you know what? I have to add another quantity. So let's say that you have like 6 orders of the day, and let's say you even have multiple Facebook accounts. There is this shipping to more than one address feature on Amazon, and all you have to do is click on that, and then again, you can make sure that you have your quantity all set up. You're gonna click ship to additional addresses, and then when you bring up the ship to new address, the paste by ZeeDrop button will appear here. So you can bang out a lot of orders pretty quickly by using this feature. So there it goes. It's pasting the address. That just saves you time from navigating from window to window. Okie dokie. So let's see. We've copied addresses. So we've pretty much dialed down how to place orders. So we're going to go over the order dashboard. Now you can find orders on your dashboard, and make sure you guys are using the dashboard because there's a lot of different things on the dashboard here. There's your orders, your bulk list. If you're interested in being an affiliate with ZeeDrop, you've got a coupon code here. Just reach out to us so we can activate it for you. And then tracking numbers here. If you've got a TBA or a tracking by Amazon tracking number, you can purchase tracking numbers here. You can see it. There are 50 credits, which are tracking numbers, for $12. And then your quick messages here, as we already went over. So we'll go back to orders here. And you've got 2 different options. You've got Facebook Marketplace or Mercari. And so let me actually, hopefully you guys can still see this pretty well. You can access the orders also from the extension by clicking up here in the right-hand corner and clicking on settings, and clicking on orders. And it's just a smaller view, so you have the option to expand it by clicking on full order report, and then also the option to export all your orders, for tax purposes or anything like that. We definitely are making improvements to the dashboard here, so bear with us. We're working as hard as we can to try to get all the columns that you guys have or would like to have on your ideal spreadsheet. But there is still the option right here to export to Excel all items, and I'll go ahead and pull that up since that wasn't a fast click there. All right, so we've got Excel right here, and this is where you can, you can expand, each column, and you can edit it however you would like, and you can also add columns. So, really, right now, it's not totally perfect, but you can still play around with it and tweak it how you'd like. So we've got customer name here, the title of the product. You can click right on this image, and it'll take you right to the supplier here. And then you've got, this is the Facebook Marketplace order number. You can also click right on this, and it's going to take you to that order. We've got status, so you can say whether or not you've ordered it, whether you're waiting for tracking or shipped, and we will be adding the word delivered. Don't you guys worry. And then customer address. We've got the price, which is the price of your supplier. And then we've got the subtotal, which, as you know, on at least Facebook Marketplace, it rounds up. So that's this column. The sales tax, we're going to be playing around with these columns, but this right now is the tax that the customer paid in to purchase that item. So we'll be changing that around. And then any shipping costs if you are a dropshipper who does apply shipping. We've got the total price after those are calculated, and then the Facebook fee, which you can find in the terms and conditions, but it's 5% on Facebook Marketplace. And then the supplier tax and the total profit. This create date is going to be when the order was created, and the tracking column here is a free text field where you can put your tracking number in. This note column is really helpful if you are purchasing those tracking numbers, and you can go ahead and put here, legit tracking or purchased, purse billing, purchase tracking number, whatever. Let's see. So to edit, you can simply double click on that field, and then you can change the numbers how you'd like. If you are looking for a running total, you can select all, and it will tell you your full profit for all of your orders. If you only want to know for one, you can just click right here, and it will tell you the profit for just that row. Let's see here. Gonna shoot back over to, we've done, oh, okay, monitor. All right, monitor. So the monitor in the extension is going to be to check prices. Currently right now our notifier is by email, but we are working to change that up. So we've had some requests about that, so look out for that soon. What this does is it checks prices for either all or just selected products in your, so this, you can do all or selected products that you have listed that you'll find in your product. So it's not going to check anything in bulk. So just take note of that. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do, actually we'll do one from like the first video or something, and see how that product's doing. So first we'll check price, and it's going to run through the listing and check everything. And then it's going to send an email off to you if the item is out of stock or if the item has lowered in price, and it's sent to the same email that you're charged to, so your PayPal. Okay, and then we've got check prices and update beta. So for this, when you go to click on it, before you go to click on it, you'll see this little notifier that says, please make sure you have product IDs. So the product ID, also known here as the item ID here. We're going to go back to the Facebook. Marketplace. We'll just wait for the tools to pop up here. If at any time they don't pop up right away, like I'm kind of an impatient person, so I like the refresh button. So just go ahead and refresh. All right, so we will select Get Product IDs, and it's going to run through and it's going to grab the product ID that's associated with the listing for the supplier. So we'll give that a second. And then up in the right hand corner, you guys probably saw that notifications button, and I did fail to mention that you do want to hit that and make sure to log in. Okay, so it's going over each listing and it's grabbing those product IDs, and then, whoops, fast clicker. I actually got this new mouse that's like a side mouse, and I swear it's like I'm in a helicopter or something. So excuse me, I had a sneeze. So we've got the product IDs right here. As you can see, they're starting to actually be inputted into this extension here. And so they'll go through and they'll grab them. And I'm going to go ahead and refresh for the sake of the video. So once you have those product IDs, I'll go back to monitor here. Then you can go ahead and check the prices and it'll start to update the price. All right, so it's going to run through. And something to note with ZeeDrop is some of the features you do kind of have to let it do its own work. If you have dual monitors, great. You can work on another monitor. And we're working to improve that. Hopefully you guys know and have seen that when we get these feature requests, we really do take them seriously and we try to produce results as fast as we can. So looks like it is, whoops, again my trigger button. Let's see here. Okay, so we've pretty much gone everything over topic 2, which is basically just running over most of the features. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we'll go over to Facebook and show you really quick the last thing, which is the price changer. So let's say that, which this is going to bring us into our topic 3. Let's say that you guys are experiencing these low views, or I'm going to go ahead and stop the monitor. Okay, so let's say you guys are experiencing the low views or you're just not getting sales, anything like that. And so you have the option to go and do a bulk price changer. Anything that ZeeDrop, any feature that ZeeDrop comes out with, it's not any rumors that you guys hear about Facebook Marketplace is always speculation. None of us work for Facebook. None of us know, not even, you know, the developer of ZeeDrop. We don't know. So we try to deliver based off of, you know, what could be a possibility that could help you and your commerce profile excel. So we have this bulk price changer and percentage, and some say that it can help push you back into the algorithm. So you can go through and you can choose to change all of your, and I don't know why I chose $1 just, and I should have chose maybe like 50 cents or something, but it's Oprah Day, so everybody gets $1 off. So it's going to run through your listings and change it by $1, and then you can also do that with the percentage up here. So hopefully you guys might find that useful if your profile, it's just not moving. The last feature, and I'll just wait for it to go back here and I'll refresh it. I think that was selling for like $20, so we'll go back and we'll check. Maybe it was, oh, so it was, I don't know how much it was selling before actually. I didn't put these listings up, sorry. Okay, so then let's see if the feature wants to pop up for us. Okay, so we have renew status, and you guys are familiar with renew. So if you check renew status, it's going to go through each feature just like it did with the products ID, the price changer. It's going to go one by one, and it will leave a red notifier if it can be renewed. I'm going to do just 1 or 2 so you guys can see. The renew all button, it's going to run through and just automatically renew any that are eligible. It won't renew any that are not eligible. So just let it be known that you can only renew, like it says here, every 5 days. And I believe it's up to 7 times. Okay, so we are going to quickly talk about issues to not blame on ZeeDrop. Wink, wink. All right, so low views. Just write this down on a notepad. I'm going to run through it as fast as I can. What time you are listing is very important. It'd be like putting an infomercial on at 3 a.m. and who's going to buy it? There's not a lot of people up at 3 a.m. So what time you're VA listing is important. Setting up a draft and then publishing the next day is a good time, or at a good time for viewers to see, is something that you could do or that your VA could do. Again, timing matters. So, you know, once if there's fewer viewers when you're listing and no one sees it, then the algorithm's going to kind of set you aside. It's just, you know, the way that algorithms work. But if you are getting, you know, a couple of views or quote unquote hits, then the algorithm is going to set in because all of a sudden you're like a popular or trendy commerce profile to Facebook. So make sure you're paying attention to what time you're listing. These bans. So definitely join the shipping on marketplace group. You guys can after the live, go ahead and type it in, see if you can find the group. I have heard that it is taking a little bit of time to get into the group these days because it's growing, but the group is run by a marketing team, the whatever science behind Facebook Marketplace. I don't know who all these heads are, but they all sit at a table and they, you know, brainstorm on what's going on based off of the responses that they're receiving in their shipping on marketplace group. So make sure that you tab into that. So as far as the bans go, there's just a couple of points that we have against. A lot of this is speculation. What is the time frame between your listings? Try to space your listings apart, and try to space your listings apart, and that's where you can use, like if you're doing bulk run, you can actually do the interval of minutes. So there is a rule that's going around, it's the 20-20 rule, where you can actually do, you know, 20 listings a day, 20 minutes apart. Speculation. So I personally have used it. I think it's great. If you have used, this is again on bans, if you have used the boost option, make sure to pay your ad payments when they bill, or Facebook will shut your marketplace down real quick. Also, same thing, like if you've ever ran ads that were banned, maybe on like a page, it will cause you to never have your marketplace unlocked on the Facebook account. Trust me. Let's see, do not request reviews all of the time. If it's a product that you've already done your research and you know it's a high seller and you just really want that product up on your listings, go for it. You know, may the odds be in your favor. Request a review, but most times if you see those big letters, much like this one here, this listing is being reviewed, except for in red, like this listing is not appropriate for Facebook. I forget the exact terms. Let me just get into my marketplace and I will show you. I had 2 of them up and I just didn't make the time to delete them, and I mean that could very well be the reason why I'm banned. I also sold an item that was flagged for like 2 months straight. So these are big things to take note of. Don't sell flagged items. Having too many items against standard will get you banned. Mishandling packages. I know the TBA thing is a big issue, so definitely purchase some tracking numbers from ZeeDrop to clear up this issue. If you are mishandling your packages, aka you are not entering in your tracking numbers in a good amount of time, then you're definitely gonna get bad ratings on your commerce profile, which is also known as your metrics, and the marketplace might send you into a review and wonder what's going on with you. Let's see. lastly, yes, Facebook had a security breach in the recent months, and this has caused them to just strategize on security and banning accounts in the midst with little to no notification to sellers and with automated robotic responses by email or support channels, if you can even get into the support channel, through Facebook and Facebook Marketplace. So we still, as ZeeDrop and even as sellers, we don't know the what, how, or the real whys, but it seems, and I actually wrote this script before this morning. It seems that it's been rectified and that wave is sloshed. But again, my account was banned this morning, so it's really hard to say. None of us have any idea. Let's see. Okay, I think that's it for like topics of discussion. So I know a lot of you are waiting to hear what this big announcement is, and we have now added a product research feature. So I'm going to go ahead over to eBay and we're going to walk you guys through it. Okie dokie, so here we are on eBay, and I'm going to choose a product. We'll say patio table. Right now, this feature is only tied into eBay. We will work on it, and we will see what we can do to bring it to Amazon and other popular retailers. But for right now, this is what we've got. So we're going to just spend a quick moment to run through it. And so we're here. Now, this feature is something where you're going to search a general like item or category. And then once the homepage comes up, you're going to click on ZeeDrop Research. Exciting stuff. I know you guys have been waiting for this, and we all have. So it's here. It's going to pop up some information here on the left, and we're going to have not only this live available for replay afterward, but we already have created the ZeeDrop Research tutorial, so we will go ahead and upload that to YouTube right now for you guys. All right, so this is going to show us how many competitors of this item. Okay, I'm going to stop highlighting. How many competitors of this item, and for this one, there's only one, so that's, you know, that's good. I mean, I'm not even really going to get into the depth of analytics on product research. Everybody feels one way or another about it. You might think this is great because you're like, great, now I can compete. But it depends on what your business line is. So let's see. Next, we've got notification, which is how many have sold within the last 24 hours or how many have been viewed within the last 24 hours. As you can see on this listing here, notification 36 have been viewed. And then just kidding. What happened there? Let's go back. What were we looking for again? Patio chair. Oh, cool. We've got some new options. Okay, so then the count of, or how many have sold. So this one sold 120. And then count of item specifics. And let me actually double check. I believe it's how many that this seller has of this specific item. But let me just double check it. And then, and I'll get back to you guys on that in just a second. And then we have the find product, which is going to be where you're basically going to match this against the internet. See if you can find this for cheaper. So we've got Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, Banggood, Walmart, Home Depot, and my favorite, Alibaba. So let's see if we can find this cheaper on Amazon. We're going to click on Amazon, and next we'll click on find product. And I'll get you guys an answer on the item specifics in just a second. So it actually looks like this one didn't produce any results at all. But let's see if we can do another one. Let's see how many competitors there are. 5. Okay. Look, we have a couple here of this item. Looks like on Amazon. They're getting a $1.24 for this one, and it looks like over in eBay they've got it for $129. So this is probably like the original seller, S-Right, or just someone else who's got a different wholesale account that's selling a little bit cheaper. So you guys can play around with this. 110% give us feedback and requests, because we want to make it perfect for you guys and see how we can really make it happen. Let's try Home Depot. Okay, and I might even have to play around with this feature a little bit more. So, that is our new product research feature, and like I said, we will be adding stuff to it as much as we can. Really quick, just wanted to go over the website. There are tutorials. If you're new to ZeeDrop, then you can click on tutorials, and there's several tutorials that hang out right underneath that tab of the website. And then also the list of our retailers, and we add retailers every day, so I'm not sure if I feel like we're adding retailers quicker than we're uploading them here, but we'll get them updated. These are all the retailers that we support right now, and if you have another retailer that you want to have us add, go ahead and message us and see what we can do about that. And also affiliate codes. A lot of people, we get messages wondering how you can save a little bit of money with ZeeDrop. You can definitely become an affiliate with ZeeDrop, as I mentioned before, and you'll receive a payout for each referral. That's $5, and that's paid out directly to your PayPal. And you can also find affiliate codes all over YouTube and Facebook groups. So that pretty much is it for what I've got. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the live and see what kind of questions you guys had left over. Let's see. Hello, Lisa. Yes, Jay, you're right. You can't use emojis on Mercari. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Dog Molly. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. AJ says, I've tried to use the delete button on Facebook and it didn't work. I had to manually do it. Okay, good to know. We will definitely look at that if you could send us a message. And as always, just try to uninstall and then reinstall the Chrome extension. Most times, and it's not just with ZeeDrop, but just as like a high extension user, most times that does work out any little bugs for the moment. Randon, yes, it will be available. And hello. Let's see. Everyone's wondering if they can watch it later. Of course you guys can. And Miss Resma. Okay, I think, let's see, Barry says if you already have items in Facebook Marketplace, how do you sync that to Z? Oh, okay, so I'll show you that really quick actually. Let's say that your item, let's go to Amazon. Let's say your item was this and you already had listed it and you want to go ahead and add it to your ZeeDrop profile. You'll just copy the URL and then you'll click on the extension, and hopefully you're still watching, Barry. And then you will, oh, I was getting lost for a second. You'll click on import product and you'll paste the URLs, and you can do this for as many URLs as you want. Like let's say, I know a lot of people buy like lists of products off of like Fiverr. And so then you can enter all these URLs in here and you'll just simply click import product, and then it will bring up that supplier listing to just copy all the data and extract it to add it into the extension. So it's already added it, and I'll go ahead and I'll click I don't know why, but I just like to refresh all the time. Like I said, I'm refresh crazy, so click on it, and then as you can see here, it's been added. Okie dokie. Can we list to a store or just personal marketplace? Okay, Rick. So I know we already talked about this, and let me pull up the dashboard. I don't know this perfectly. The developer did show me this, so I'm just going to show you the very best that I can, and then we can touch base afterwards if you have additional questions. And soon I'll be making a video. So we're going to say export to, or no, we're going to go to bulk, sorry. And then we're going to say export to Excel for Facebook Marketplace. And we have a message here. It says image saved in our server, so please allow multiple files to download. So you're going to want to download all 3 formats. Oh wait, we're calling. I want to pick some products here. There we go. And then they already downloaded here. And then in order to upload to your store, you've got the images. There are, I'm telling you, like, things are not going quickly for me today. There you go. We've got the images that are already stored right here. So you should be able to upload to your shop that way. The developer accessed my computer. I have seen it done, like I said. I will just learn a little bit more on how to do that, and I will update you guys. Who do you contact if you're from Marketplace? Oh, banned. Yeah, we went over that. The shipping on Marketplace. Hopefully you didn't miss that, but definitely try the support buttons if they are even lit up for you. Facebook does some crazy stuff, so you might not even have those options, sadly. But you can try the shipping on Marketplace Facebook group. Pedro. Miss Maris, does the product sourcing add the product to ZeeDrop for listing? Oh, you will still have to click on that product because you'll be given multiple options. So you do have to at least click on the product once you've sourced the best possible price, and then you'll want to add that to your extension. Rick says, what about wholesalers catalog? Can we copy that and list? Rick, send us a message if you find a good wholesaler that you want us to tie the feature into, and we'll hook you up. Warren, is there a video on how the Facebook order tracking numbers are updated in bulk using ZeeDrop? Oh, okay. Warren, are you asking if there's an automation to entering the tracking numbers for your Facebook Marketplace orders? Just give me some clarification on that. And Jay says, may I ask, does anyone have problems deleting items on Facebook Marketplace when they go? Yes, Jay. So if you have an iPhone, you could try that backdoor method by using airplane mode and then going onto your Facebook Marketplace and deleting them, and then continue to just harass. And I honestly don't use that word lightly. Facebook Marketplace support and see if you can get any push there. I will wait just about like another minute or so to see if you guys have any more questions. You guys can always reach out to us on the Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook Marketplace on the Facebook page. And we have had some delays with customer service, but we're definitely improving it. It's a mini, you know, transition, but we've been making a lot of changes, and recently all the users and new users actually overloaded our server, so we had to switch to Amazon Web Services. So I know you guys have noticed some differences with ZeeDrop, and hopefully you guys are noticing that it is working a little bit faster. Again, as Facebook Marketplace continues to make daily updates, we have to update the extension and to make it work. So Rick, you can send that to the page. I know a lot of you actually do know me from groups and maybe somewhere else on Facebook, but I really do prefer if you guys message the page just so that like we have it all in one place. because it gets kind of hectic when I have, you know, Facebook Marketplace messages, if I ever get that back, and then messages about ZeeDrop. But still, nonetheless, you know, we're still here. We support you guys. Daniel says, can show orders again in dashboard, how it works? Daniel, actually, we're going to have a video that will be prepared. It should be finished actually before tonight, the editing. So if you send us a message or look out on YouTube for that video, but also this live will be available for replay. Karen says, was there any promo code to subscribe to ZeeDrop? As far as promo codes go, you can save more money by finding an affiliate code. And there's many, if you just type ZeeDrop into YouTube, you'll find several different reviewers who have reviewed our software, and a lot of times they are already affiliates, and so they usually offer their affiliate code right in the description of their video. And that's great, Jay. We're trying to keep the price as low as we can. As we, you know, add features, we might transition into different pricing to just align with the features that we offer, but we definitely, you know, want to keep it at a competitive price. And we're happy. We've had 10,000 downloads of ZeeDrop, and we're happy to have it at the price that we have it at right now. Oh, that's great, Jay. All right, you guys. Well, I think we've pretty much answered all of the questions. If you do have any additional questions, you can definitely post on the page. You can comment. You can send us a message, and etc. I'll answer this one last. Chen Chen, she says, through an affiliated link, I signed up ZeeDrop with a promo code. Oh, send us a message, Chen Chen. We'll get you taken care of. No worries at all. Okay, you guys, I'm super happy that you guys were all able to join. It looks like about 15%, so I got about 8 responses that you have not joined ZeeDrop. If you haven't been able to locate an affiliate code, please send us a message on the ZeeDrop page exactly where you found the live, and then we'll get you set up with some savings. Unfortunately, no, Pedro. We would ask that you would actually end the subscription that you have and re-sign up. Okay, ZeeDroppers, we will see you guys around. Again, thanks for coming, and have a good rest of your day. And as always, happy dropping.